to every man outside there who is watching this, first just know you are a human being and you are not exempted from pain or you're not immune to trials. Just know like your life matters and your feelings are valid, and whatever things you are going through, just know there's always support. Only when you accept yourself, you're so much aware of what you're going through. Then from there, there's always people who can help you process it for you to get your balance back, to continue to be productive, thrive, and contribute meaningfully in our communities. That's why this year theme is Partners in Care, because mental health remains to be a collective responsibility for us to reach and it impact as many lives as we can when we're still breathing.
Saseni Mkofiti, how have you been? Welcome to our today's episode. I am your host, Celestine Dinda, and I am so happy to be back on set with you guys. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you even for your DMs, and thank you even for sharing these episodes that we've been doing lately. The engagement has been huge. We are almost clocking at 153,000 subscribers. Yes, so today on set I have a guest. We know very well, June ni Men's Mental Health Month. Nasta kubali ishe hivo. So today, I have a men's mental health advocate. He's going to introduce himself. But I'd like, by the time tunamaliza hii episode, you as my viewer, unijibu swali moja. When was the last time you checked on your brother, father, cousin, neighbor, driver, like that guy you're close to? When was boda guy? When was the last time ulimuuliza, by the uko aje? Ama how are you? Na ukangojea akupatie feedback. Na ukafeel hii feedback ni ukweli, it's authentic, it's like sio ile hapa juju. Tuko fiti manze tunadu. No, ukamuuliza no, kusema ukweli, how are you feeling? So by the end of this episode, I'd love you to answer me that. Kama hujauliza, please make sure you do after the episode. Karibu sana Bwana James.
Asante sana.
Please introduce yourself, then yes.
Wow, thank you so much for the opportunity. James Nyabera. I'm a lived experience mental health advocate and founder of the A Man Must Cry movement.
Wow, a man must cry.
Yes.
Let me start by asking James, how are you?
I'll say I'm feeling like 8 today.
Out of a 10.
Out of a 10.
10 being the best.
The best.
Oh, wow. That's good. So I love the founder, A Man Must Cry. Why A Man Must Cry? Why the name A Man Must Cry?
Wow, thank you so much. A Man Must Cry is, okay, I stem it from my lived experience with mental health as a man. So A Man Must Cry is a creative advocacy slogan that I'm using to invite men to feel they're human being first. They have feelings and they can express them to get support that they want when they're struggling with emotional pain. So it's like a conversation starter that just invite people just to have a conversation as men.
Tusiseme ile usilie we ni mwanaume. Here it's A Man Must Cry. Now let me take you back and let's start from what is men's mental health?
Wow, that's a very good question. I'll say it's a state of our emotional, psychological, and our social well-being that enable us to have potential and ability to manage our daily or normal life stresses so that we can be productive within our community.
So that's why we, like, is there a theme for this month when you say men's mental health this year, June 2026?
Yes, this theme for men's mental health is Partners in Care. So we need to come together as a collective community and help our young brothers, our fathers, our uncles, our nephews because mental health remain to be human issue, not a gender issue. That's why we
Yeah.
need to partner together
Yeah.
and just champion for
Mental health.
mental health together.
Regardless whether you're a man or a woman.
Yes, because it's like a human thing. Yeah.
But why do you feel, now that you've been in this field, ni kwa nini, why are many men so silent when it comes to their emotions, their feelings? Why do you feel we have to push these men to even tell them a man must cry, like to even tell them, and tears, sisi wote tuko na machozi,
Yes.
tuliumbwa na machozi the same way we have, like I'm thinking we all have tears. So why do you feel like our men are so silent about all this?
Well, I'll say there's this thing called stigma that's around men's mental health. So they fear being judged as weak or less manly or incompetent. And also like things to do with societal expectation. I mean, has scared many men to, seek for this kind of help when they're struggling with their emotional pain. And it is something that we truly need to deconstruct so that we give them permission to feel the way they're feeling, but not taking away anything or any role from a man. Yes, a man needs to be a provider, protector, to perform strength, but in that performing strength, we need also to give them space for them to share their pain, share their grief, share their disappointment, share their fear, and also success, so that we can have a stable men who have a good mental health.
So now I'm assuming there's someone who is watching. According to them, mentally I'm okay. But according to you, who is an expert in this field, unaweza mwambia you're not okay. You see, out of a 10, maybe ako at a 2,
Yes.
which is dangerous. Ako distress. Like, if you don't do something, you might, So what exactly is the emotion behind that? Like, unaweza kuwa unasikia hivi, maybe you should see someone. Like, if you are to tell the viewer, if you're a man, you've been feeling like this, juu unajua for them they're like, mi nilienda nika watch World Cup, niko fiti. But maybe there's something underneath, a feeling that he's been escaping and hiding, and ameisuppress isikuje kulipuka ikiwa too late.
Yes, I'll advise men outside there that they truly need to speak the truth, because we have many men who have mastered the art of looking fine. A man who says, I'm okay, when he's not okay. And we have seen that kind of mask has costed many men, I'll say, their lives, their social connection, their friendship, their family, even their marriages. So it is that time they truly need to be aware of what they're feeling. And how do they smoke it out in a very appropriate way for them just to get that kind of emotional support that they need, even to see another day, because many men are truly struggling in silence, but they don't want to talk it about. And thus, we tie it to like safe space, because sometimes a man might be going through something, but they don't know like their safe space. Like, whom can I share with my pain, my grief, my disappointment? So it is us now for us who knows like the benefit of talking about or speaking up about your pain. It is us now to start advocating for those safe spaces so that they can all see themselves in our situation. That if James is using, let me say, his story to advocate for this thing, I can also like use my story to talk about what I'm going through to get those kind of support that they need, because there's always support. Yeah.
Do you mind sharing about your story? Because
Yes.
it feels like that was your turning point. That's when you decided to take this path of advocating on men's mental health.
Yeah, and thank you so much for the opportunity, because I do like using my story for social change, because since I started advocating for men's mental health and I embrace the power of storytelling, I've connected with many men who for many years been struggling in silence. So Okay, as my story goes, I grew up in a family whereby silence was the language of suffering. This, watching my late dad, a man I truly admire, struggle with depression. This was after losing his job, right? I was a family protector, a family breadwinner, and a strong man. At least that's what society expected of him. But behind closed door, I watched him truly carrying unspoken pain. And as a young man, I truly didn't understand what was happening around it. Because back then, mental health wasn't something we normalized talking about as a family, as a community, especially men. So we didn't have a language for it. So it simply lived around us. Yes, so from there, when he passed away as well,
How old were you?
I was around, he passed on 2015, I mean. I was just after finishing my Form 4.
Okay.
But the struggle started when I was still 11 years or 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been just going through those kind of childhood trauma and stuff, just watching all this thing happening. And even way back, was for me, I carried pain that I didn't have a name for it until 2017. This was when I was in college. I was truly feeling a bit off. I wasn't that active James, the bubbly James that people were used to. That's when one of my friends, a college mate, noticed like James is not okay. So he just approached me like, James, you're not okay. And how best can we help you? So by him just approaching me like that, I felt like truly I need to offload it, talk about it, so that I can get help. And that's when they also linked me to one of the counseling psychologists within the institute. So from there, I went and shared my background history. This is what is happening. And that's the moment I had to know the exact name of the pain I've been carrying for many years. That's
Which
when
was?
a childhood trauma and I functional depression, because I used to hide a lot of my pain by just focusing on books, studying, reading as an escape zone for me. Not knowing, just going then getting that language was very, very important. So from there, I was taken through the best coping mechanism. So we processed our pain together by the help of the counseling psychologist there. Yeah, so from there, the support system that I got was from church. So I was linked to church. Church, I went to see a priest, also talked about my struggle, the pain I've been carrying. Then, yeah, they started to work with me the journey. Until now, I was just using my story within the church set up also to encourage other people who might be going through something, but they fear talking about it or they don't know how to go about it. Yeah, so from there, I just developed passion of just sharing my story because I found healing through connecting with
Sharing.
people, sharing, and just seeing how best we can help each other. So I built it from that lived experience and stuff. And until 2023, right, when also like enrolled in a certain program called Man Enough, still within the church. So it's like a transformation kind of a program that empowers men to just to redefine masculinity. Yeah, so from there I said, with all this lived experience, what I've gone through and what I've learned through shared experience, research, I can start even a campaign to advocate for men's mental health. That's when the Man Must Cry idea came, because I was like, I don't want to give men option, because that option make men to ignore their pain. So it's like, that's now a man must cry, not even a man should cry, because many
It's
people
a
are like,
must.
why a man must cry, not a man should cry. That's why I didn't want to give them like option. So it just must. When you're so overwhelmed, you feel like crying, cry. If it's not tears per se, just cry for help, seek help. And from there, you always get someone to help you process it. Yes, and that's the genesis of.
A man must cry. At what point did this friend of yours notice in college that you're not okay? Like, what are the signs and symptoms that you can tell this man is not okay? Because most of us, as you've said, men, most of us know how to hide. Like, you'll wear this suit, and then the next thing you'll read on the newspaper, this CEO threw himself from a building.
Yeah.
So what are the signs, like, you can tell this person is not okay?
All right, for me, I used to sleep a lot because even in class, I have even some evidence. They used to take me photos, and also like just isolating from friend and the things I used to love doing way back. So those are the signs that they picked. But we do have many signs that someone can pick within their circle that, hey, this my brother is not feeling okay today. So they need to check on things like when this particular person has started to adopt into some kind of maladaptive behaviors. Let me say abusing alcohol more than before. Also like changing their sleeping patterns. Someone can sleep too much or someone can not even sleep. And also like changing appetite, them withdrawing also from friends, their social kind of connection that they had before. And also just this kind of risky behaviors. Yeah, so those are the things we need to consider, that someone is not feeling okay, and just be present.
And now we have someone who is maybe watching this and they are not sure if they are depressed or they are stressed or their mental health, because I'm sure this thing has levels. One will lead to start with like a small stress, then if you don't handle it you move to the next one, and they're not sure. Mtu anakwambia tu mimi ni dosina ama mimi nimechoka ama but it's slowly. Maybe can you explain how, like, you can tell personally I'm feeling like this, but kinda this is where I'm headed
I think
as a man?
Wow. I think the biggest gap is language and lack of basic mental health kind of literacy, whereby you need to be so much aware, like I'm feeling this because I don't have that money and I need even to be paying my bills and stuff. So when you're so much aware of what you're going through and you have a name for it, like this is stress, this is frustration, this is like anger, then now you look for the right people that can help you process it. And by doing that, you just be honest with yourself, like, indeed, I need 100 bob to go to town, but I can't afford it. Let me talk to my safe space. And safe space can be someone around you that you trust with your pain, who won't use your pain also to mock you, right? Yeah, so from there, you just need to have like be aware of what you're going through, have a name for it, and express it in a very appropriate way and in appropriate time. And that's what we talk. That's why we keep on saying, like, who is your safe space? And that person you're saying it's your safe space, do you trust him or her with your pain? So from there, then, when you don't have something, I can call you, I can call my friend, I can call my uncle, because not everyone is a safe space. And that's something also we need to consider and just know who is that one friend.
Because if you tell if you tell everyone and then someone happens not to be your safe space, then they go out, you'll even not tell anyone else again.
Yes.
You'll feel like, if this one I told them and they went around laughing at me, how about if I told? I love that you've said we need to identify the pain, like we need to give it a name.
True.
What does that really mean? Because you know you're very self-aware. Like umeelezea, sisi mwenye giving it a name. How do I even give it a name?
Yeah, first it starts by at least subjecting our young boys and men to the right mentorship, so that they're being empowered with this kind of emotional intelligence skills, or just the basic indicators. Like, okay, today I went for work and I had to meet some kind of crazy deadlines, right? And I'm just feeling like nimechoka. That kuchoka is like a burnout. So if you have a name for it, like it's a burnout. And how would you now solve it moving forward so that you don't feel like that? So it's just mentorship. Then from being mentored, you get now those kind of emotional skills that help, like, okay, this is grief because I've lost my pet, or I've lost my job, or I've lost my phone. And how do you grieve through it? Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So you need to see it and know, what am I feeling exactly? Otherwise, that's when you go, unaona kama hiyo burnout. They go, they burn out at work, they come pour for their wives in the family.
Exactly.
Like now, you even don't know why you're feeling a certain way. Kumbe, it's this client you met who things did not go as expected. So you've carried that to the family, to the dogs, to the, like, you bring it, by the time imekuwa mbaya, hata you can't tell where this feeling came from. Now you're blaming anything that is around you. But if you sit down with it and understand, why did I start feeling this? Ni landlord. Ni ile text ya landlord. So you realize it's not this glass or this.
Yes.
It is that. I love that. Now you've talked so much about having a safe space. How can we, as friends to these men, how can we create that safe space? Because you've said they need a safe space where they can go and talk. Like, how do we get there to having even these safe spaces?
Well, I'll say it's not that easy, because first, for me to be so much in a position that this is my safe space, it takes time for us to build that kind of trust, because trust is the key thing. Because I need to trust with my pain, you need to trust me with your pain. That's when now we start to build our bond, and that bond, we dub it now as our safe space. When I'm not in a position to achieve something, let me say at work, I'll talk to you like, I have this kind of deadline, can you help me do 1, 2, 3? Because I trust with my pain, and one also like you trust me with your pain. So it starts from a point of trust. And because I do say not everyone is a safe space. Because even within the family setup, let me say you guys can be like 4 siblings, and the firstborn bonds so well with the lastborn. So that's the safe space. So it's just that trust and some kind of communal bond that just come natural. Yeah.
How can we, now women, how can we assist our men? Because let me tell you, James, for us, talking, we will decompress. We will decompress even with an Uber driver. Like, for us women, we share. Like, we pour it out. We are quick to, if I may say, more than the men. For us, ni tuende chama ilikuwa jana. By the time you're going home, your cup is full, you're lighter, you're okay, you're happy, you can start the week. But now the men, even when they meet to celebrate. By the way, you've mentioned something of you lost a job. Why don't you share with your friends? Men do not even share even about losing jobs. They will only celebrate when it's huge.
True.
Rarely will men sit to talk about something sad that has happened to one of them. But when they're celebrating, he's bought a new car. He's bought those big good things, they will. The sad ones,
they won't share.
Yeah, so how can we women, that's what I was asking, help our men?
Well, I'll say women truly play a very crucial role in a man's life, because for me, I see you guys as our mothers, our partners, our sisters, and women can help in terms of creating those kind of safe spaces by just offering a non-judgmental kind of listening ear, and also just encouraging men around us, our boys, our sons, our nephews, to know that expressing their emotion doesn't qualify them to be weak men in the society. It's just define you like you are a human being, and no one is immune to trial. And that's we lead us having some men who are so much aware of what they're going through and they truly trust their support system, because this man might be struggling, let me say, at workplace. When he goes back home, also the wife is there with a lot of pressure. So women need to create those kind of safe spaces, encourage.
But you see, this man is struggling with work, has not told the wife that he's struggling with work.
And it takes a lot of bold step for a man to talk about his pain, because there's this thing called the fear of being labeled weak or less incompetent has scared many men to talk about their pain or what they're going through. So they better just numb it, and numbing it, they now opt for some kind of maladaptive behavior. This guy can be leaving work, then just go straight drinking, just to numb the pain, because he feels like when I talk about it, how will my wife or my sister view me, or the ladies we have in our life? Yeah, but if you truly know the profound impact or the importance of you talking about your pain, then that's the bravest thing a man can do. Just share. The more you get it out of your chest, that's the beginning of your healing. Yeah, so you just share, get it out of your chest, and like just dying with it inside.
And then also maybe something to add on men, even if you share, nobody will beat you for sharing.
For sharing.
Like they won't punch you on the face for sharing. I know being called weak, maybe I don't know how it feels for a man, but I normally ask, what's the worst? Will they beat you for sharing?
No, they won't.
But then on the contrary, also men ask us, you women, you don't understand us. Like we can never understand what you people go through. In as much as you'll have this space, safe space with your sister, hata akikuambia, talk, do this, go for therapy, you'll be like, my sister does not understand. Like her, unajua, atapuuza too, because you'll be like, these girls don't understand. So you see, there's this, it's like a barrier. It's like there's a part we need to, I don't know, we'll get there hopefully. But then there's the stigma also that comes around when a man talks. A man, I don't know, I'm sure you've seen it. Mwanaume akienda kureport police station about my wife is beating me, the way they laugh at him sometimes, like, what do you mean unachapwa na mwanamke? Even online, when a man is beaten, it's normally like, anatandikwa aje, you know? So when it comes to stigma around men talking, the few who've gotten brave to talk, how is it? What can we do? Yeah.
I do say stigma is real. And as you know, like when it's come to men's space, we don't have like a lot of empowerment as opposed to like the female gender. Because female have a lot of this kind of empowerment programs. When something happened to you, like I need to report it to a report tomorrow, I just go to a police station. But if something happened to a man, he doesn't know like where do I start. So I think the gaps comes in like we don't have too much empowerment for our boy child, so that they first be aware like this is how we need to understand the people we stay around with. This is how we need to also express ourselves, because this thing like making those kind of impulsive kind of decision or reaction, it doesn't tell you. Just need to like pause first.
Yeah, men really react.
They react fast, and by them react, they can use anything around them. So I think mentorship or the empowerment is what we lack, also just to help us destigmatize everything that is happening. Because even for many years, the society has conditioned men to be tough, more to be dominant in a family setup. And now you see like we have now too much empowerment for women. You guys know you are right. You know what is...
We expect a strong man.
A strong man you get. But who is there for these men even to mentor them, even from a young age, so that they grow up knowing that this is how I need to respond when this kind of emotion triggers happening around me. Do I need to react, or do I need to pause? And pausing, do I need to think about how do I process it, and what are the people around me to process it, and also just lowering your pride, because at the end of the day you're a human being, because those stigma, it's just like a stigma, and we have seen what it has done. You just shying out like, I don't need to talk about it because so and so will label me as an incompetent or weak.
A weak man.
A weak man. So you really need to know, like, I'm doing this because I'm human, and I'm not immune to trials. I'm not perfect. I just need to speak the truth. And by doing that, you'll also be encouraging people who feel like stigma is real. So it's like a chain that we need to pass by me sharing, my friend sharing. So we pass it to also like the next generation.
Also, I feel like even if not even men alone, human beings, in as much as you try to suppress your emotions, they will somehow find a way out.
Exactly.
One day. Or like for us women, they keep on saying, if you suppress your emotions, we will see it maybe through your skin. You'll start breaking skin, your nails. Like, you can fool us as long as you want to, but your body at some point will start communicating that you're not okay. Like, the body will start releasing the emotions one by one. So I think even for the men, maybe find a healthy way to release or cope with your, the emotions, and release the emotions. Now, when it comes to after you've started doing A Man Must Cry,
Yes.
have you seen, like, the men, are they embracing the culture of speaking out, the culture of having safe spaces? Are they taking this? Because now I feel like people are very vocal on men's mental health.
True.
We've seen how many men have killed themselves. We've seen how men, like, we've seen the society, we've seen all these things happening in the society. Can you say there's a positive intake on men deciding, okay, let me speak up, okay, maybe let me share, okay?
Yeah, the fact that we have too many voices out there, but we still need to do a lot of advocacy, and I believe in the power of grassroots advocacy, so that we can reach these men where they are, and that starts from the community, from the household, the worship places, those kind of creative social hubs where they just meet, the border stages, or even the barber shop, so that we just empower them with the right tools that will help them now even to empower the other people to start coming out and talking openly about their emotions. So when I started like A Man Must Cry campaign, people were so still like, why do I need to talk about my pain? Why do I need to cry as a man? But the more I was continuing with the advocacy, because me, I truly knew what I was doing, because it was from a point of experience that I don't want to see someone struggling, and I have a voice even to help them just come out and just share something. Because through sharing, that's mean like your problem is a halfway solved. So when I started, people like doubting it, like why? But when now I pick the momentum, I've seen many men now even starting to reach out to me as per se, that this is what I'm going through. How do I process it? And with my basic mental health, psychological first aid, I'm in a position even just to be fully present, listen, and offer the right support in terms of linking them to the professional kind of care or the kind of support that they want. So I'll say we have seen kind of a tremendous increase in them opening up. Even those who thought that they will never even get this kind of mental health services from the clinic level are trying to embrace those kind of healthy coping mechanism, as opposed to just, I'm going through pain, I just need to be drinking, or just to involve in those kind of risky behavior that won't help you process your pain, because they just give you like a temporary kind of, I'm okay today.
Yeah.
But for sustainability, how do you
That's true.
manage it? So I'll say the number is increasing, but we truly need to do more.
Or keep at it.
keep at it. And
Yeah.
also, and that's when we tie to the resources available, because if, let me say, we have the right resources, we can always scale all this kind of intervention or the awareness and advocacy work across the community. So even that grandfather, that grandmother in the village knows, like, hey, my son doesn't behave like this when he's okay, but today he's behaving like this. They're able to pick that and offer like help that they want.
Yeah, because when you pick it early, it might be of help to the person.
Kabisa.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of these areas that really, really, really affect our men? Because I feel like you've mentioned workplace. You've really mentioned workplace a lot, and finances. Are there some of these things that, okay, I know there are many, but the main ones, the common ones, you feel like hapa ndio akifeel nikaa na fail hapa, it's a threat?
Yeah, I'll talk about economic hardship, because that's the major contributor to men's not having a good mental health. Because when this man doesn't have a job, he's not working, he can't provide, and society expects you to provide for your people.
Yeah.
That's why it's play a crucial role when it's come to shaping mental health. If at all, like, our young boys or men they can earn some good money for them to cater for their family, these mental health cases among men will come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has been a major factor, and that societal expectation also contribute to men's mental health.
So what can you tell the mothers who are raising boys? Like, I feel like now we should, because society expectations has been there for the longest time. Now for these small ones who we are raising, we need to tell them a man must cry as early as.
Yes, I agree with that. So that, because I think now it is us to challenge and change that narrative, because we have seen what it has costed. So it is us now to start empowering our young boys that it's okay to feel the way you are feeling. It's okay for them to cry when they want to release it out, because even crying per se, your tears is not 100% water. It has stress hormone. Sometimes when you cry, you feel like, wow,
Lighter,
and I can now talk about my pain. So it is us now to start passing this right information to our young boys. So now they grow up knowing it's okay for me to cry. It's okay for me to cry for help. So that they grow with that mentality that when I'm feeling like this, I have like an headache, I need to communicate it out, get help, moving forward. But if we keep on like piling those kind of harmful cultural norm, like you don't need to cry, so they'll grow up with that mentality, and they will also like pass it within their circle. Because you see, like, a man who doesn't, or who hides his emotions, also empowers other men to hide. So the more we talk about emotion, the more we inspire people around also like to talk about their emotion. So it starts with us.
Because that's when we start telling them, jikaze, when mwanaume, don't cry, girls are looking at you. Like those small things. Then we are not raising healthy men, we are raising boys who will just have all these things in the society.
Yeah, even as you said, in that jikaze, there's no space for you to feel pain.
Yeah.
So if I told, like, okay, we can jikaza, but we have that space where I can feel like I'm going through something and I can talk about it. Because at the end of the day, we truly need to push ourselves. But let me say I'm pushing, but I'm in pain. Are you guys able to also pick it like, hey, you're truly in pain and you need even to just even rest and start tomorrow?
Yeah. Actually, men don't love resting. Resting is for the weak.
The weak. Huh?
Anyway, at what point do you tell now this person you need to go for therapy? At what point do you tell this man, after observing the way you're sleeping patterns, the drinking, too much drinking, or the withdrawal from your friends, you feel like, no, this one now needs therapy?
Well, that one I'll say, Because change need to start within ourselves. I need to accept for truly I'm going through this. That's why I'm abusing. Because sometimes people just pick, okay, James is drinking too much. They don't want to go deeper into the root. Because what is making James to drink too much? Is it the childhood trauma, or is going through grief or some disappointment? So after that, now you know, like, okay, this one needs some kind of linkage to those therapies. And I must be in a position first to accept I truly need those kind of support. Then from there, now we can process it together and get those kind of help that I need. Because we can't force solution like, I want you to change, I want you to change. That one won't work. So I need to be in a position like, yes, I'm truly suffering because of my unresolved childhood trauma. Then from there, you're like, okay, let's go see a therapist or someone who's qualified to help you now process the pain so that you can have some kind of healthy coping mechanism, because that's what we are fighting for. Because these stresses are there, the life events happen. No one is like, because I do say if your heart is still beating, you can't say stress is nishika. I can't grieve, you get. So we just need to have like, how do I, okay, this is stress. And I truly need change. It's coming from me grieving a lot. And how do I process it? Yeah, then from there they can now get support from qualified personnel.
I love what you've said. If your heart is still beating, then you're not exempted from this life. So anything can happen. You just need to know, how am I going to handle this situation? For example, if tomorrow I lost my job, how am I going to handle? Like, you see those tough things that we feel like haiwezi kufikia. So if it knocks at your door, am I healthy enough to be able to sit and feel this? Pain. The thing that I'm feeling is because I've lost my job. So am I going to start drinking or to start? I love what you've said.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we need to accept that life is happening, things will happen. We are not exempted from anything, but we need to sit down with our feelings and understand, how am I going to behave? Yeah.
True, and that's very important.
Yeah. So maybe a last message to a man out there who is like, because convincing these men is difficult, but we will keep on talking about it. As you've said, we'll keep on talking about it to the churches, to the offices, to anywhere we go. But there's still a man. Kwanza sisi African communities, kuongea, atiza niwaambie shida zangu, munisaidie aje, nitapambana kimwanaume. So that person who is still able, give them a word of encouragement.
Yeah, before that, I'll say something. I like what you said. We need to just keep on making noise so long as we have the voice, even if one person will be impacted, because I do believe that that one person is connected to 135 lives. So when you are impacting this person, just know you're impacting his entire chain. Yeah, because this person has family, siblings, strangers, colleagues and stuff like that. And to every man outside there who is watching this, first just know you are a human being and you are not exempted from pain, or you're not immune to trials. Just know like your life matters and your feelings are valid, and whatever things you are going through, just know there's always support. Only when you accept yourself, you're so much aware of what you're going through. Then from there, there's always people who can help you process it, for you to get your balance back, to continue to be productive, thrive, and contribute meaningfully in our communities. That's why this year theme is Partners in Care, because mental health remains to be a collective responsibility for us to reach and it impact as many lives as we can when we're still breathing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, James. And maybe to add on what James has said, a problem shared is a problem halved. So is that what we say?
Yes.
A problem shared. Because you think that you're the first one to go through a job loss, only for you to open your mouth to share with someone else and find out that this one was a manager who lost his, you even feel like, wait, and you're still here. What did you do? Then somehow I'm not saying it will make you feel, but there's a way you'll feel like, okay, wait, if he went through it and he's still providing for his family, whether he's doing whatever he's doing, then you can also overcome it. These challenges are not new. People have been through them. So I think once you talk to someone, especially if you have that safe space and you talk to someone, there's nothing that gives someone a lot of relief as hearing someone who has gone through it,
sharing,
and has overcome. Yeah, you're like, wow, do you know I'm there right now? So you mean I'll be okay? They're like, yes, you'll be okay, even much better. Okay,
much better.
Yeah, so guys, please usijifungie hapo na mashida zako. And then you start thinking of, oh, what can I do? Oh, I want to leave this world. Oh, this world does not love me. No, the world is just the world. The world is just like that. So, yeah, thank you so much, Bwana James. Thank you so much for the good work that you're doing. Keep on preaching and talking to our men.
Yeah, even I came with a copy of my literally work, A Man Must Cry. Yeah, and I think it's a powerful tool just to start a conversation, because sometimes we don't need to make it kind of a lecturer, just like a lecturing kind of conversation, but just like the way us talking like this, then we build our connection, and we just get we pick those kind of healthy coping mechanisms that can help me moving forward.
That's true. And I think that's why I started by saying, when was the last time you asked that guy, that border person, that water reader meter, that person too, how are you? That question can make someone cry.
True.
Like, James, how are you? You're too. Like, you mean you care? You want to know how I am? Where ata asikuambia ukweli, like, but you'll have just made that person feel like there's one person. Maybe ata ametoka kusema this world does not even need me. Then they meet someone who is asking, how are you? Na ako ile intentional, I want you to tell me exactly how you... See, how are you? Then you're... This one you're really interested. Uko aje? Ni mtu wa gazeti, ni mtu wa pikipiki. Uko aje? Familia yako iko aje? Imagine hata kama atakwambia ukweli, there's a mark you leave. He'll be like, that person really cares about me. In as much as I'm saying this world does not love me, this world is cruel. So yeah, so maybe check on those men, check on your fathers, check on your brothers, check on your husbands, check on your colleagues, and be intentional when you're asking them exactly how are they. Na wasikize tu, wakikwambia hii kazi na wabo, they'll feel nice wamekwambia tu kazi na wabo. But yeah, thank you so much, Bwana James. And thank you so much for the good work you're doing. Please follow his page. I love how you're advocating for this community of our men.
Yes.
Like you're talking and please don't get tired. Just
thank you.
Talk and talk, because as you're saying, one person with the old people, the friends, the family, another one person this week. Somehow we will get there step by step. Yeah. Thank you so much for our viewers. Thank you for watching. I hope the episode was helpful to you. Please share it with your friends and family. Share it in your church groups. Share it with everyone. And in case you have a group or a place that needs someone to come and just talk with the men and maybe wasikie nyewe, this is someone who understands that, because Celestine atakuwa, we Celestine, we si mwanaume. I know, I understand, but James is here and he's very, very, like, he's so passionate about it. So you can reach out to James and then invite him in those groups, na atakuja tu atawasaidia. Mmoja tu akibadilika, we are okay. Until next week, bye bye.